Hi everybody, welcome. We're gonna watch this very popular video, very highly requested, the history of the entire world, I guess. Also, if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and that, and check out my Twitch channel for streams. I don't know. Well, I don't know how to promote myself. Anyways, let's just get in the video.
Floating in space. Pretty cool, huh? Some of it's water.
I love big rock.
Actually, most of it's water. I can't even get from here to there without buying a boat. It's sad.
Yes, you need to buy an airplane. I'm also sad. I miss you too.
A long time ago, actually never, and also now, nothing is nowhere. When? Never.
Never.
Makes sense, right? Like I said, it didn't happen. Nothing was never anywhere. That's why it's been everywhere. It's been so everywhere,
there's nothing
you
everywhere.
Don't need a where. You don't even need a when. That's how every it gets.
It's so every, nothing. Everything is nothing. It's nothingness.
Forget this. I want to be something. Go somewhere. Do something.
Me too.
I want things to change.
I
want to
relate.
invent time and space.
Okay, I can't
know
relate.
It's possible because everything is here and it probably already happened. I just don't know when to start.
Wow, that sounds like you, chat. That sounds like us when we procrastinate. I just don't know where to start.
It started. Oh, I paused it. I think there's a universe now.
Wow.
What's it made of? Corks and stuff. Ah, that's a thing.
That's me.
In a place. Don't like
when
it?
I was a
Try
baby.
a new place. At a different time. Try to stick together because the world is going to get bigger and emptier.
Dark
But it's not
matter.
empty yet. It's still very full and about 1,000,000,000 degrees.
Super
Great
hot.
news. The quarks are now happily married in groups of 3 called a proton or a neutron. And there's something else
They have so many friends.
flying around too that wants to join in but can't because it's still too
Hot.
Great news. The protons and neutrons are now happily married to each other.
Aww, things that we will never
Great news. The
experience,
electrons have now
chat.
joined in. Congratulations. The world is now a bunch of gas in space.
Love gas, right? We love gas. Please don't say fart again. Okay, we went through this. Okay, no gas.
Together. And it's getting closer together.
Oh, it's getting closer.
And it's getting closer together.
We're getting closer. I love stars.
New shit just got made. Some stars burn out and die. Bigger stars burn out and die with passion and make some brand new, way crazier shit. Which allows newer, more interesting stars to be made and then die and explode into.
I love
So now stars have cool stuff around them, like rocks, ice, and funny clouds, which can make some very interesting things. Like
Cold
this ball of
rocks.
flaming rocks, for example.
That's
Holy shit, we just
us.
got hit with
Oh my god,
another
us.
ball of
Oh my
flaming
god,
rocks.
chat, it's
And it
us.
kind of made a mess, which is
That's why I'm a mess.
weather update. It's raining rocks from outer space. Weather update. Those rocks might have had water inside them, and now there's hot steam in the sky. Weather update. Cooler temperatures today, and the floor is no longer lava. Weather update.
Wow.
It's raining. Severe flooding alert. The entire world is now an ocean. Volcano
Swimming.
Alert.
Wow.
In the ocean. What? Something's alive.
That's us. It's our
Oh, cool.
ancestors.
Like a plant or an animal? No, a microscopic
Oh.
speck. It lives at the bottom of the ocean
A
and
sperm. We used to look like that.
eats chemical soup, which is being served hot and fresh, made from gnarly space ingredients left over from when it was raining rocks or whatever. Oh yeah, and it can do that.
It looks
has
like a
secret instructions
tampon.
written
I'm
inside
sorry.
itself, telling it how to build another
It's
one
not
of
a
itself.
tampon.
So that's pretty nifty, I would say. Tired of living at the bottom of the ocean? Now you can eat sunlight.
Oh my gosh, I love
Using a
sunlight.
revolutionary technique,
Actually, I
you can
hate it.
convert
I hate sunlight, actually. I actually don't like sunlight. It burns, it hurts, and it's making me old. Anyways, sunlight.
sunlight into food.
Yummy.
Side effect, now there's oxygen everywhere and the sky's blue. Then the earth might have been a snowball for a while, maybe even a couple of times.
Snowball Earth 2.
It's a sponge.
Part 2.
It's a plant. It's a worm and some other types
It's a
of
plane.
weird, strange water bugs and strange fish. It's the Cambrian explosion.
That's a creepy looking fish.
Wow, that's animals and stuff. But we're still in the ocean. Hey, can we go on land? No. Why? The sun is a deadly laser. Oh, okay.
The sun is a deadly laser. The sun is a deadly laser. It's still a deadly laser, but less deadly. Ooh.
Now the animals can go on land. Come on, animals, let's go on land. Nope, can't walk yet. And there's no food yet, so I don't care. Okay, will you learn to walk if there's plants up here? Maybe, said some bugs. And fish.
Ooh. That's us. See, I was telling you about this, chat. I was saying like our ancestors are fishies, and then they came from the ocean, water, I don't know, and then they learned how to have legs and exist on land. Yay!
Okay, so I can go on land, but I have to go back in the water to have babies. Learn to use an egg.
Ooh.
I was already doing that.
Use a stronger egg. Put water in it. Have a baby on land. in
Solid
an
egg.
Water is in the egg.
Hard
baby
egg.
in the egg, in the water, in the egg. Works for me. Bye ocean. And now everything's huge, including bugs. Want to see a map of the land? Sure.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck, now everything's dead. Just kidding, here are the survivors. Keep your eye on this one because it's
I
about to
wonder how
become...
they survive though. Would you rather burn alive or freeze alive? I think I'd rather freeze alive.
dinosaurs. Here's another map of the land. All broke apart. Don't
Dinos.
worry
I
about it.
could do a
Doesn't
velociraptor. I was there, chat. I'm that old. I'm just kidding now.
at all the time. Here comes a meteor. And the dinosaurs are gone.
Big meteor.
It's mammal time.
Make
Here
everything
come
go
the mammals.
boom,
Look
boom.
at those breasts. Now
Oh
they're gonna
my.
dominate the world.
The time when titties started. This was the start of it all, chat. The milkers.
Learn how to grab stuff
Ooh.
and walk.
Ooh.
No, like
Ooh.
walk like that.
Oh.
And grab stuff at the same time. And bang rocks together to make pointed rocks. Ouch. And set things on fire. Youch.
Ow.
And make crazy sounds with their voice. Knirsch, which can mean different things.
That's a human person.
Oh my
And
god,
now
it's
they're
us,
everywhere.
chat. It's us. They're everywhere.
Almost.
We're everywhere.
What? You can walk over here? Cool.
Damn.
Not anymore.
Well, I guess we're
Walking.
stuck here now. Let's review. There's people on the planet. And they're chasing their food. Fuck it. Time to plant some grass. Look at this.
They're
I
chasing
can
their food. Yep. Every day I wake up and I chase my food.
control the food now. Now everyone will want to be my friend and live near me. Let's all build
Nice.
houses except mine is bigger
So you're,
because
it hasn't changed at all. If you have food, people will gather around you. It's like in school, you know, you open a bag of chips and everyone's your best friend. No, that's not you, ma'am. You're a potato. That's me. See right here. It's me.
I own the food.
Plants.
This is great. I wonder if
Potato.
anyone else is doing
Farming.
this. Tired of
Me.
using rocks for everything? Use
They're
metal.
making me at that moment.
It's underground. Better farming was just invented in a sweet dang
Ooh.
valley right in between these two
Mesopotamia.
rivers. And the animals are helping.
Guess what happens next?
More food.
More
and more
food.
people who came to
More
buy the
me.
food. Now you need people to help make the food and keep track of the sales. Now you
Civilization.
need houses for people to live in and people to make the houses. And now there's more people
Society.
and they invent things, which makes things better. And more people come.
Yay.
And there's more farming and more people to make more things for more people.
More,
and now
more.
there's business, money, writing,
Money.
laws, power.
Society.
Coming soon to a dank river valley near you. Meanwhile, out
That's
in the middle
so
of nowhere,
true.
the horses
You know, all
probably
the civilizations and societies existed beside bodies of water. Like, well, fresh water usually, because, you know, that helps irrigation. Oh my gosh. Nerd time! Because of irrigation, it helps farming, makes farming easier. That's why Egypt was very prosperous. The areas around Mesopotamia is very is like where society started or like civilization started, because that's where the Tigris and Euphrates river is, and that's how farming works, I guess. Haha. Okay, that's nerd husher over.
being tamed. Why is all my metal so lame and lumpy? Tired of using lame,
Lumpy.
sad metal? Introducing
Lumpy metal.
bronze, made with special
Bronze.
ingredient tin from the far lands of Tinland. I don't know, my dealer won't tell me where he gets it. Also, guess what? Meanwhile, out in the middle
Love
of nowhere, they
Egypt.
figured out how to put wheels on a horse. Now we're getting somewhere.
Whoa.
Also,
China.
and did I
Love
mention
China.
This river valley civilization. Nordichico.
the Middle East is getting more
Nordichico. Actually, I don't know much about Nordichico. Babylon, Assyria, Egypt.
complicated. Maybe because it's in the middle of the East. Knock knock, or clop clop. It's the people with the
Clippity-clop-a-dop.
horses. And they made an empire. And then everyone else copied their horses.
Hittite.
Oh, look,
It's Hittite, but my brain said, haha, Hittite Empire. Joke. Sorry.
it must be the Greeks, or a beta version of the Greeks. Let's check
Beta
in with the Indus
version.
River Valley civilization. They're gone. Guess who's not gone?
China is like, China, damn, can you believe China lasted that long? I guess, you know, people could say what they want about Asians, but we last pretty long. For Ricky, no, I don't know, man.
Maybe it's those horse people.
More horse
Secret
people,
about
more horses.
their cousins or something. And they wrote some hymns and mantras. and
Nice
stuff.
We could
writing.
make a religion out of this. There's the Bronze Age
Oh
collapse.
Now
no.
the Phoenicians can get down to business.
Also, can we switch to a metal that's a little easier to find? Thanks. Look who came back to Israel. It's the 12 tribes of Israel.
And they believe in God.
Just one, though. He's
Just
got
one
like a
God.
10-step program. Here's some huge heads.
He
Must
has
be
like
the
10-step program how to be part of this religion. Olmec.
Olmecs. The Phoenicians make some colonies. The Greeks copy their idea and make some colonies. The Phoenicians made a colony so big it makes colonies. Here comes the Assyrian
Carthage.
Empire. Never mind, it's the Babylonian Median.
Damn.
Persian Empire.
Damn, that's fun.
Wow,
that's fast.
big.
That's
Ah,
big.
the Buddha
That's
was
what
just
she
in
said.
And who's the Buddha? This guy who sat under a tree for so long that he figured out how to ignore the fact that we're all dying. You can make a religion out of this.
Actually, well, nerd husher here. Buddhism is basically a guy, you know, he's a prince. This is a story. I don't know if it's like, is it real? But it's a story of a prince who had everything he ever wanted in his whole fucking life and lived in his beautiful castle with all the servants and everything. And he was so happy, but no, he wasn't super happy. Actually, that's why he went out of his castle, because he wasn't super happy for some reason. And then he saw the real world and he was like pretty fucking shocked. He's like, damn, what the fuck? You know, how are people living like this? And I was living my life so completely different. He's like, what if I'm poor? What if I have nothing? Because I'm not happy with being rich. What if I'm poor? And then he suffered and he was like, I'm still not happy. And then he sat under a tree and just started meditating. That's basically Buddhism. But he was like, inner peace. Anyways, there you go. Something like that.
Oops, China just broke, but while it was
crap.
breaking, Confucius was figuring out how to have good morals.
Yes.
Ah, the Greeks just had the idea of thinking about stuff. And right over here,
Now everyone's thinking. Damn, look at all these people thinking now. This is the start where we start feeling sad because, you know, do you know what makes you sad? Thinking.
Of conquering the entire Persian Empire. It's a great idea. He was
But enough
great.
thinking makes you
And now he's dead.
happy.
Hopefully the rest of the gang will
Alexander
be able to share
died.
the empire evenly between them.
Sad.
Knock knock, it's Chandragupta. He says, get the hell out of here. Will you get the hell out of here if I give you 500 elephants? Okay, thanks, bye.
Lots of elephants, I guess.
Most of India.
But what about this
Nice.
part? That's the Tamil Kings. No one conquers the Tamil Kings. Who are the Tamil Kings?
Merchants probably. And they've got spices.
Ooh,
Who would like to buy the
now
spices?
everyone wants
Me,
that.
said the Arabians, swiftly buying it and selling it to the rest of the world. Hey, China put itself back together again, with good morals as their main philosophy. Actually, they have 3 main philosophies.
Yeah, actually. Confucianism is a lot of focus on respect and values, like respecting your parents, you know, having good values, living a very good, like, orderly life in a way. Kind of like that, with very specific, like, important morals. He has like it all written down. Taoism is exactly what it says here. It's go with the flow. It's the concept of like whatever happens, it's okay. You know, kind of like that. The concept is something to do with nature. You know, like you let nature run its course. And since you're part of nature, you let nature just like happen to you kind of thing. Although I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I'm just a like little potato. I'm just a dummy. Anyways, legalism. I don't know much about that, but obviously it's in the name. You're a good person if you obey rules.
Out here, the horse nomads run wild and free, and they would like to
Damn,
ransack
they're
your
really
city.
good at riding. Oh my god, I love that sound.
Let's check the Greekification levels of the Greekified kingdoms. Greekification overload.
Griffi-
Bye, said the
Griffification.
Parthians. Bye, said the Jews. Hi, said the Parthians, taking over the
Oh.
entire place. Hey, said the Romans, eating the entire Mediterranean for breakfast.
Whoa.
Thanks for invading our homeland, said the Jews, who were starting to get tired of people invading their homeland. Hi, everything's great.
Oh
said
my
some guy
God.
who seems to be getting
Jesus,
very popular
my
and is then arrested and
man.
killed for being too popular, which only makes him more popular. You
He's
can make a religion-
like, this is so funny. Wait. It's so funny because he was like, you know, he became so popular that people killed him, which made him more popular. Wow, let's go.
guy who seems to be getting very popular and is then arrested and killed for being too popular, which only makes him more popular. You can make a religion out of this. Want silk? Now you can buy it from China. They just made a
The Silk Road to sell their silk. Oh, they're
Or you
conquering
could get their
Vietnam.
own water.
sick new trade routes, said India, accidentally spreading their religion to the entire southeast. That's a good place
Nice.
for an epic trading kingdom. There goes Buddhism traveling up the Silk Road. I wonder if it'll reach China before it collapses again. Remember
Oh.
the Persian Empire? Yep, said the Persians, making a new one. Axum is getting so powerful they would like to build a long stick. Has anyone populated Madagascar yet? Let's do it together.
China's whole again. Then it broke again.
Damn, I relate to China. It's kind of crazy, you know why? Because sometimes I feel that way. Like one day I'm like, yeah, I'm whole. And then another day I'm like, nope, I'm broken. I can't function. You know, and then, I'm okay again. I'm okay. 2 days later, I'm having a mental breakdown.
Still can't cross the Sahara Desert? Try
I
camels.
hate deserts.
Hell yeah, now we got business.
Said the
Damn.
Ghana Empire, selling lots of gold and slaves. Hi, I live in the Roman Empire, and I was wondering...
Is loving Jesus legal yet?
No. Actually, okay, sure, said Constantine. moving
Oh,
the
it's
capital
time for
right
the
over here to be
Byzantine
closer to his
Empire.
main
Byzantine.
Rival.
Don't worry about Rome,
Byzantine.
it won't fall.
Byzantine?
It's the golden age of India.
Oh.
There's the Gupta Empire, not Chandragupta, just Gupta.
Oh.
First name Chandra.
Oh.
The first.
Oh.
Guess who's in Rome?
Barbarians.
What's a barbarian? Non-Romans.
It's like,
said
you
the-
know, when somebody's like, you can copy my homework, and they just like barely changed it like that. Add just space.
Romans being invaded by non-Romans. R.I.P.
Oh, damn.
Roman Empire. Or actually just half of it. The other half is just fine. But it's not in Rome anymore, so let's give it a new name.
The Mayans have figured out the stars.
The calendar.
Oh, and here's a huge city. Population everyone. The Gok Turks have taken over the entire Eurasian steppe. Great job, Gok Turks. How's India? Broken. How's China?
Back together.
Damn.
How's those trading kingdoms?
Bigger and there's more of them.
Korea
It's a
has
lot
3
of them.
kingdoms. Japan has a kingdom. It's the Sunrise Kingdom.
I like that name.
Deep in the Arabian desert,
Sunrise
on the top
Kingdom.
of a mountain, the real God whispers in Muhammad's ear. So he goes down to the cube
Oh,
where
God.
everyone worships gods, and he tells them their gods are all fake. And everyone got so mad at him that he had to leave town and go to a different town. You can make a religion out of this, and maybe conquer the world as well. The Roman Empire is long gone, but somehow the Pope is still the Pope. Plus, they're...
That's so strange, actually. Judaism and Muslim, I think, started pretty much at the same time, kind of, I think. I don't know. Could be wrong. I don't know. Sorry, just a random thought.
There's
New kingdoms all over Europe.
I wonder
That's
if
a lot
there's
of
room for
kingdoms.
wars. Here's all the wisdom. In a house. It's the Baghdad House of Wisdom.
Ooh.
Just in time for the
Islamic golden age.
Let's bring stuff to the coast and sell it and become the Swahili on the Swahili coast, said the Swahili on the Swahili coast. Remember this tiny space you have to go through to get from here to there? Someone owns that now. Want to get enlightened in the middle of nowhere? The Franks have the biggest kingdom in Europe, and the Pope is so proud that he invites the king over for Christmas. Surprise, you're the new Roman emperor, said the Pope,
Oh,
pretending to
cute.
still be part of the Roman Empire.
Oh,
Then the Franks
fake-
broke their kingdom
fake
into
Roman
what will
Empire.
later be called France and not France.
France and
Northerners,
not
or just
France.
Norse if you don't have much time, are exploring. They go north, from the north to the northern north, and they find some land, 2 types of land, and they name them accordingly. They also invade some other places. And
bro, that's so funny. Okay, from what I know, oh god, here we go again. So from what I know, from what I remember, the reason why they named it accordingly, from what I remember, I could be completely wrong. Fact check me if you want. The reason is because Iceland was kind of like bountiful, you know, so people tend to want to move to a country that's a very livable and hospitable land because too many people were going to Iceland, so they named their country Iceland to make people think that their land is full of ice, so people would stop going. And people were like in Greenland were like not going to Greenland, so they're like, what if we name it Greenland so people think there's a lot of green here, and then they go here, and then once they're here, they're stuck here forever. Ha ha ha. Oh, yay. Joke. Okay. So it's basically marketing in ancient form, I guess.
get called many names, such as Vikings.
I
There's
love
the
Vikings.
Rus, the Kievan Rus. Are they Vikings? I don't think so, said the Kievan Rus. Okay, fair enough.
Gaslighting.
The Pope is ready to make some more emperors of the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. It's actually Germany, but don't worry about it. New kingdoms.
Christianize all the kingdoms.
Oh,
Which brand
oh
would you
no,
buy?
the
Mine's
Holy
better,
Crusade.
Mine's better,
Oh
mine's
dear.
better. Time to conquer England, said William. It's
Is
a bird,
it?
it's a plane.
Was it?
It's the Seljuk Turks.
Said the Byzantine Empire, who's getting so small it almost doesn't exist anymore. We need help. They need help, so they call the Pope. Hey, Pope, can you help us get rid of the Seljuks? Maybe take back the Holy Land on the way? Come on, I know you want to take back the Holy Land. Yes, I do actually want to do that. Let's do a crusade.
Crusade.
Oh,
They
I
did-
knew the Crusade. History is very interesting. Don't you agree, Chad? I think it's very interesting.
Many crusades, some of which almost didn't fail, but at least
Damn.
the Italians got some sweet trade deals. Goodbye, Mayans.
Hello, Toltecs.
Goodbye, Toltecs.
Hello,
Oh, that was fast.
Mississippi.
Look at those mounds. There's the
Mounds.
Pueblo. I always wondered how to build a town in a cliff. Guess who's here? Come here. Where?
Come here.
And Pagan is there. Vietnam unconquered itself, Korea just became itself, and Japan is so addicted to art that the military might have to take over the government. China just invented bombs and typing. And the Mongols just invaded most of the universe. Nice going, Genghis. I bet that will last a long time. Some of the Islamic Turks were unaffected by the Mongol invasions because they were busy invading India. Is it
Tonga
Tonga time?
time.
I think it's Tonga time.
Damn, he's really far.
I just found out where the Swahili gets all their gold. Look at this Chad. Means lake. There's an empire there. Right in the middle of Africa. The king of Mali is so rich he's going on tour to let everyone know. Wow, that guy's rich, everyone said. The Christians are doing a great job reconquering Iberia, which will soon be called Spain and not Spain. Please remain Christian.
Spain and
We will
not
check in later
Spain.
to see if you're still Christian when you least expect. Whoops,
Hey,
half of
Spanish
Europe
people,
just
it's your
died.
country.
China's back, yay! Hey, come here, time to share. New kingdoms here and there.
That's a
oh,
lot
look
of
who controls
kingdoms.
all the islands. It's the Mahajapit, Majahapit, Mapajahit, Mahapajit, Mapajahit, Majapahit. Oh, Italy's
Damn.
really rich. Time for them to care a lot about art and the ancient classics.
Ooh,
It's kind of like a
modern
rebirth.
like Renaissance?
Here's a printer. Let's make books. So you think you can conquer the Byzantine Empire? Yep, said the Ottoman Turks. Nice job, Ottoman Turks. Oops, you missed a
Turkey.
spot. Don't forget to ban Europe from the Indian spice trade. What? That's bullshit, said Portugal. Spiceless.
Well, I guess we'll have to find another way to India.
Wait, said Christopher Columbus, probably smoking crack. If the world is round,
He's
let's
gonna
go this way
find
to India.
America.
No, don't worry, we already got this, said Portugal. So Chris goes to Spain. Hey, Spain, want to hire me to find India by going around back of the world? No, please, no, please, no, please. Okay. So he sails into the ocean
Nice.
and discovers more ocean.
Sometimes
And
you just gotta be annoying. Columbus, let's go. It's time
then
for
discovers the
America.
Indies and Japan. Let's draw a line to decide who
Probably.
gets which half of the world. The Aztec and Inca empires.
The line is by the way. They sucked at drawing that line, but it makes sense. They didn't understand the world back then.
We're off to a great start. I wonder if they know that Europe just discovered their continent. The Habsburgs are marrying into so many royal families they might have to start marrying each other.
Oh.
Move over, Lithuania. Here comes Moscow. Ivan wants to make Russia great again. Move over, Timurids. Maybe go invade India or something. Persia just made Persia Persian again. Let's make it the other kind of Islam. The one where we thought the first guy should have been the other guy. Hey Christians, do you sin? Now you can buy your way out of hell.
Oh,
That's
God.
bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. That's a scam.
Martin
Fuck
Luther.
the church. Here's 95 reasons why, said Martin Luther
thesis.
in his new book, which might have accidentally started the Protestant Reformation. You know what would be magnificent, said Suleiman wearing an onion hat? What if the Ottoman
Love the
Empire
hat.
was really big, which it is now? What if Russia was big, said Ivan, trying not to be terrible. Portugal had a dream that they controlled the entire Indian Ocean, including the spice trade. And then that dream was real. And Spain realized that this is not India, but they pillaged it anyway. Damn, said England and France. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Then the Dutch revolt and all the hipsters
boy.
moved to Amsterdam. Damn, said Amsterdam. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Question 1, can you get
Oh
to
no,
India
it's the
through North
colonial
America?
time.
No, but at least there's beaver. Question 2, steal the spice trade. That's not a question, but the Dutch did it anyway. Guess where all the sugar's made? In Brazil. Stolen. In the Caribbean.
boy.
It's so goddamn profitable, you might forget to not do slavery. The next thing on Russia's
Oh,
to-do list is
boy.
to get bigger. Britain and France are having a friendly discussion about who should control the entire world, more specifically Ohio. Then it escalates into a 7-year discussion, giving Prussia a chance to show Austria who's boss. But what
People
about
fighting over places as if they own them, which is crazy because they actually think they did.
Britain and France? Did they figure out who's boss? Yes, they did. It's Britain. Guess who's broke? Also Britain. So they start taxing the hell out of America. Fuck you, says America,
Oh.
declaring their independence and fighting for it. And France
Let's
helps
go.
them win. Now France is broke. And Britain will
Throwing
have to send
tea
their
into the
prisoners
ocean.
to a different continent. Wait, if France
Australia.
is broke, why do the king and queen still wear such fancy dresses? Let's overthrow the palace and cut all their heads off, said Robespierre, cutting everybody's head off until someone eventually got mad and cut his head off. You can
Oh
make
my
it look
god!
well done.
Wow, damn. That's kind of crazy. He's like, haha, cut everyone's head off. Oh, wait, not me too. Ah! Hey, Caribbean, where I'm from.
Haiti is starting to like the idea of a revolution, especially the slaves, who free themselves by
boy.
killing their masters. Why didn't we think of this before? Wait, who's in charge of France now? Said Napoleon, trying to take over Europe. Luckily, they banished him to an island.
But he came back.
Luckily, they banished him to another island. There goes Latin America,
Poor
becoming
guy.
independent in the Latin American Wars of Independence. Britain just figured out how to turn steam into power, so now they can make
Many different types of machines.
Time for
and factories with
mass
machines in them,
mass
so they can
production.
make a lot of products real fast.
Then they invent some trains, and conquer India and maybe put some trains there. Hey, China, said Britain, buy stuff from us. Nah, dude, we already got everything, says China. So Britain tried to get them addicted to opium,
Oh,
which worked
gosh.
actually. But then China made it illegal and dumped it all into the sea. So Britain threw a hissy fit and made them open up 5 cities and
How
give them
dare you not like my drugs? How dare you not be addicted? It's like a toxic ex, though.
an island. Britain and Russia are playing a game where they try to stop each other from conquering Afghanistan. Also, the
Sultan of Oman lives in Zanzibar now.
That's just where he lives.
Zanzibar.
India just had a revolution, and they would like to govern themselves now. Nope, said Britain, governing them even harder than before.
Damn.
Technology is about to go crazy.
The United States finally figured
Hey.
out whether slavery is good or bad. It's bad, they decided. And then they continued manifesting their destiny, which is to
Civil
kill the rest of
War.
the natives and take their land and maybe
Oh.
kick out the Mexicans too.
Oh.
I know, let's rape Africa, said Europe, scrambling to see who could rape it the
damn.
fastest. They never got Ethiopia. Britain and France are still hungry.
Oh.
They never got Thailand.
Oh.
The United States ran out of destiny to manifest, so they're looking for more.
Hawaii, Cuba.
Wait, Spain controls Cuba. Well, blame something on them and go to war. What should we blame on Spain? Let's blame the Maine on Spain. So they blame the Maine on Spain.
Oh, boy.
Now we're in business. To celebrate, they kick Panama out of Panama and make a canal, connecting the 2 oceans. Britain just found oil in the Middle East. It makes cars go. China is
Makes
so
cars
tired
go
of being
vroom,
bossed
vroom.
around that they delete their old government and make a new, stronger government, which is accidentally weaker and controlled by a guy from
Oh,
the previous
gosh.
government. Europe hasn't had a
That's so
war since the
ironic.
last war, so they start World War I. Look at those guns. It's gonna be a great war. So great we won't need a second one. After it's over, they blame Germany. Russia went on strike and the workers overthrew the government. Now everyone's paycheck is the same.
Communism in the Soviet Union.
The Arabs revolt and Britain helps. Now the Ottoman Empire's gone,
It's
so we can give the
our
Jewish people
country
a
now.
place to live.
Hopefully the Arabs won't mind. Let's cut the cake, said Sykes and Picot, carving up the remains of the not-so-Ottoman-anymore empire.
Except Turkey. Turkey makes a brand new turkey.
And then the Saudis conquer Arabia. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Hello? Yes, it's the 1920s calling. Let's get in the car and drive to a party and listen to jazz on the radio and go to the movies. The economy's great and
my
it'll probably be great
God, the
forever. Just kidding.
entertainment is
Germany's
like-
back
oh,
featuring
okay.
Hitler, the angry mustache model.
Depression-
He's mad at the
it's
Jews for
depression
existing.
time.
Japan
Oh,
is
boy.
finally conquering the East, and they're so excited they rape Nanking way too hard. They should probably just deny it. Hitler's out of control, so the international community tackles him and tries to explain why killing all the Jews is a bad idea, but he kills himself before they could explain it to him.
That's World War II.
Bonus round, Pacific Showdown. United States versus Japan. Fight.
Oh boy.
Finish him. Let's unite all the nations and have some
World peace.
Seems legit.
After
Hi, I'm Gandhi,
throwing
and if
bombs
Britain
at
doesn't
each
get
other.
the hell out of India, I'm going to starve myself in public. Wow, that worked. Bonus, now there's Pakistan.
Nice.
Actually, 2 Pakistans. One of them can be
When you're
Bangladesh
fasting,
later.
when you're fasting works. It's too good, too well. Everyone's like, damn, what's your diet? I like the fact that the entire video never once mentioned about Canada, because Canada is so unproblematic, maybe. Actually, that's a good question. I don't really know anything about Canada's history.
The Jews and the Arabs finally figured out which one of them should live in the Holy Land. Me, they both said at the same time. Let's divide up the land so everyone's happy.
Psych, they both get angrier.
Look out, China. There's a new China in China. What's on the menu? Communism. No thanks, said the other China, escaping to an island. I wonder which one is the real China. There's the Korean War, Korea versus Korea. Nobody wins, then it's on pause forever. Let's meet the sponsors. Oh, it's the 2
They're like procrastinating.
global superpowers. They're having a friendly debate over which economic system is good and which one is an evil virus of Satan. And they both have atom bombs. Fight! Wait, no, that would be the end of the world. Let's just keep it cool and spy on each other instead. And make sure we have enough atom bombs. I'll race you to space. Now let's make some more countries fight themselves. Europe is tired of pillaging other continents, and the continents they were pillaging are tired of being pillaged. So here's a new map with new countries. Now you can't tell who they're being pillaged by. The United States finally decided whether racism is good or bad. They decided it's bad, and the world agrees. South Africa might need another
True.
minute to think about it. Let's check the world population. Whoa. Okay. Technology's better too, that might keep happening. The
People
Soviet
fight harder.
Union decides to relax a little and accidentally falls apart. Europe makes a union, so now they can all use the same money, except Britain because they don't feel like it. Let's check the mail. Surprise, it's on the computer.
I'm not
Whoops,
like
someone
you
just
guys.
attacked America.
Oh,
I bet
dear.
they'll remember that. Phone call. Surprise, it's in your
a
pocket. Want to learn
phone.
everything? Surprise, it's on the computer. Now your phone's a computer, which is in your pocket. Whoops, the economy just crashed. Don't worry, the big banks won't fail because they're not supposed to. Surprise, flying robots. With bombs. Want to print a brain? Some people have no friends. Some people have no food. The globe is warming.
And the ocean is full of plastic.
Let's save the planet, said everybody, not knowing how. Let's invent a thing inventor, said the thing inventor after being invented by a thing inventor. That's pretty cool. By the way, where the hell are we?
Damn. That was very interesting, very educational. I do enjoy history. It's one of the more interesting subjects to me. Well, I think most subjects are pretty interesting. You just have to have a good teacher. You just have to learn from someone who finds it interesting, because you can't learn from someone who isn't happy to talk about it or doesn't make it fun to know about it, you know?